because of this coronavirus outbreak, we have to stay at home, but unfortunately it has disturbed our studies, our academic activities, everything. But still our school has taken initiative to start online teaching program, that is Kamala online learning, right? So before everything, our health is important, right? So to keep us safe and healthy in this pandemic outbreak, we have to follow 3 small tips, that is SMS. So that is, we have to maintain social distancing, means we have to maintain at least 1 meter distance, right? Next we have to wear mask to keep us safe, and next is we have to wash our hands frequently with soap. So these are the 3 important tips right now to fight against the coronavirus outbreak, right? So I congratulate you all to complete successfully your 6th class syllabus and welcome to your 7th class. Now let me introduce you this textbook here. This is your 7th class General Science textbook, right? So let me open this and introduce it to you. Here in this page you have about authors and illustrators and designing information, and here you have some name of our name and pictures of our scientists greeting great scientists, saluting them. It's a kind of respect given to them, like by pictures are given in this. And here you have the academic standards, means every student must be perfect in this 7 academic standards. You have to follow. Your textbook is designed as per CCE pattern, continuous comprehensive evaluation. As per that, a student must be, by the end of this academic year, the student must be thorough with this all 7 academic standards, right? Now here coming to this page, here it is indexed. Your total syllabus consists of 17 chapters. How many? 17 chapters, right? So our first chapter is food components. So today we'll start our lesson with food components, right? So before starting our lesson, some guidelines you have to follow. So here are the things required to make yourself get ready to the class. What must be ready with you? Textbook, 1 notebook, pen, pencil, sharpener, eraser and scale. So these are common things you know already, just let me remind you. So this must be ready with you when you are sitting to listen to the class. And one more important instruction to the parents is, kindly spend 20 minutes of your time with your students and just to supervise them for smoothly running of our teaching learning process. It will be a great help to your children as well as us also. Kindly cooperate parents, please, right? So today we'll start our 7th class syllabus with the first lesson, that is food components. If we know that food, air and water, these are 3 important things which are required to keep ourselves stay alive, right? So about food components, in your previous class, that is in your 6th class, you have learned about our food, you have learned about different ingredients, you have learned about how to keep the what are the preservatives used to preserve the food, and what are the processes of making, and what are the different methods of cooking food, right? So in your 7th class you learn little more depth about it, okay? So you learn about various food components present in them. Now everybody know what is food. Now what do you mean by these components? Components are nothing but are nutrients. Everybody, you might have learned from your earlier classes from primary level. We have different nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, fats, roughages or dietary fibers. These all are present in our food items. Every food item may contain one or the other nutrients in variable quantities, right? So today let us start our lesson with food components, right? Now here everyone have their own favorite food, right? See, if you look into your textbook, page number 1, here's a few questions are written, right? Your textbook is very important tool for your studying process, okay, learning process. So everyone have their own favorite food, right? What is your favorite food or dish? Why do you like it? Please write here. Okay. Use pencil in the textbook. Okay. Whenever you are sitting for the class, be ready with your textbook and pencil in your hand. Okay. So such questions in middle of your lessons, middle of the lesson paragraphs, you'll have your text. You have your questions here. So you need to answer them, right? So for that reason, be ready with your pencils, right? Use only pencil in your textbook. So what is your favorite food or dish? Why do you like it? You have to mention here. Okay. For example, my favorite food is biryani. So you write biryani there. And why do you like it? You like it because of its flavor or its appearance. It looks very colorful. Whatever it may be, your own reasons. Okay. You write there. Now, is only favorite food sufficient for you? If every day you because biryani is your favorite food, every day if you take your favorite food, is it enough for you? No, right? Apart from your favorite food, other foods are also important for you, right? So one of the other nutrient is present in them, so you have to take your balanced diet. Okay. Next, what food do you eat every day? What food do you eat every day? Please write there. Think, why do you eat it? Why do we eat food? Why do you think there is a need of food for us? Food is essential because it provides us energy. It helps us in the repair process which goes on in our body. It helps us in growth also. Yes or no? Right from the toddler age we grow, right? So for that growth process to occur, the food is very important, right? And right from the morning to evening we take different food items, right? So we do different activities. For doing those activities we require energy, right? So that energy is provided by our food what we take. So it is very important, before taking food we must know what is present in food and what purpose, in what way it is helping our body. About all these things in details and some experiments to find out what are there in the food items we will learn in our class today. Okay, right. So here let us do one. This is a small activity. Here we eat different types of food items. Make a group with 5 or 6 students and make a list of some day-to-day activities and food items we eat. Display your group report. So now this chance is not there. So what is the second option? Take help of your friends, family members. I mean to say friends in the sense, please don't go outside. As teacher told to take with that idea, please don't go. Take help of your family members and write down what are the different food items they take. Make a list and keep it ready. Okay. So discuss with the relationship between eating food and performing activities. So after making a note in that, you have to find out the relationship between eating food and performing activities. So normally if we take food in a proper amount, then sufficient energy is provided. Our cells are fueled. Our body is made up of cells, right? Our cells get energy, hence we perform activities in a smooth manner, right? So food supplies energy. We need to do many tasks in day-to-day life activities, isn't it? Do we need energy when we sleep also? When we are asleep, our body processes still goes on. Do you observe it? When we sleep also, we breathe, our circulation goes on, excretion goes on, right? All this processes goes on inside our body. All these are called as physiological processes. What do we call them? Physiological processes. When we are asleep also, our heart keeps beating, our breathing goes on. All these processes occur when we are asleep, right? So for all these activities to perform, still our brain also stays, sometimes we dream, right? When we are asleep, it means our brain is working but in a passive mode. For all these activities to go on, so there is also a need of energy. So do you agree now, when we are asleep also we need energy? Yes, right? Now, here read the following and discuss with your friends. Just discuss with your family members. Now your family members only are your friends, right? Till your school reopens. Now here, suppose you don't get food for lunch, how do you feel? We feel hungry, right? We feel something disturbance in our body. Now if you don't get anything for more than a day, how do you feel? For more than a day, if you don't get anything, how do you feel? We feel very, fatigue, loss of energy, devoid of energy, yes. So, if you don't get food for many days, what will happen to you? What will happen? We fall sick, right? So, if we won't get food for many days, like because of this coronavirus occurred because of no food. Yes, so that necrosis process occurred. The process of death is called as necrosis. It may happen, right? So why should we take food? What are the components in it? We will discuss now, right? Now listing on food components. Here you have a small activity is normally we also consume packed food, right? Now I have one milk packet with me. Okay. Now what is the activity in this is any biscuit packet or milk packet or any chips packet, anything which is available nearby your shop you can purchase, and on that you will have one small scale, that a small table like nutritional information will be written on it. What will be written? Nutritional information. I hope you can see. On the biscuit packet or any packed food item, if you observe, nutritional information is written on that. By observing that, what you do is, turn page number 2 everybody. In page number 2, you have table 1. Table 1 is about food items and components. Now, first food item is already written in that, milk powder is written. So, I brought milk powder here. In the milk powder, nutritional information is written on it. In that table, what are the things are there, you have to write. Now, for example, see in the milk powder, I can see carbohydrates in that. So, mark tick. Proteins are present, yes. Fats are present. Fats are otherwise called as lipids. What do you call them? Lipids, right? So fats or lipids you have to tick. In milk fat we have no, milk solids are nothing but fat. Now vitamins and minerals are present. Along with that, other if any means it also contains calcium, right? Calcium is also present in the milk. It is also one kind of nutrient, but if other than all these mentioned headings, if any other item in extra you find, please note here. Okay, like I have written here. Okay. So in the same manner, collect every day you might be eating as a snacks, right? Any other food item, packed food item. So don't force your parents. Teacher told to collect and write. Don't force your parents. So whatever daily biscuit packet, whatever you consume before or after consuming it, please observe the nutritional information and fill this following table. Okay? On the nutritional information, on the packet also, in the table all these things are clearly written. If present, put right mark. If not, just put cross mark. Okay? So this is one small activity what you have to do. It is just to make you know what are the components present in the food what we are eating. What food we are eating, taste, everything we know, but we should know how it is helpful to our body, what is present in that, right? Now to test that, here we have what are the essential components of food. The essential components of foods I have written already on the board. They are carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals. Okay, so these all are called as components of food. They are otherwise called as nutrients. What do we call them? Nutrients, right? So now I am telling that rice contains carbohydrate, nutrient I am telling, but what is the proof? Science is not accepted without any proof. Some proof must be there, right? So what is the proof? Proof is here. So everything like to prove some tests we have to perform, right? To find out or discover anything we have to perform few tests. Now what is the test I am doing? Confirmation of presence of carbohydrates. Okay, test for starch. Starch is nothing but it is a carbohydrate. It is a form of carbohydrate. Okay, normally rice we take contains starch. No, in Telugu you call it as ganji. In Urdu we call it as pinch. Okay, so that liquid part when the rice is boiling, that liquid part what is obtained up we call it as a starch. Okay. So to confirm whether that starch contains carbohydrates or not, which food item contains carbohydrates or not, we are going to perform one small test. Okay. So for that what we have to do is, I have taken here rice flour, means it is atta of rice. Okay. So rice powder I have taken. So this powder what we have to do, we have to transfer it in this glass plate. What do you call it? Glass plate. Now what I am using this, we call it as a glass rod. What do we call it? Glass rod. Now, so to perform this we need one chemical called iodine. What is required? Iodine. Generally iodine color, if you observe, I am putting in the cap. Just have a look. If you observe this iodine color, it is a little bit yellowish and orange in color. Okay. But when you put on the food substance, if carbohydrates are present in that, it gives bluish black color. Now I have taken this rice flour into the glass plate. Now I am going to pour this iodine solution onto it. Okay. So let us observe the color of it. Yeah, see, nice good color we got. So let us take little more for your easy observation, for your clear observation. I am taking this and I am going to mix this with the help of a glass rod. Can you observe this color? Nice color you got, some bluish black color it has appeared. Can you observe here? So this appearance of bluish black color confirms the presence of carbohydrates in that. Okay. So in the same way at home also, if you want to test any food items, I think this iodine is not available, right? So you just remember, to confirm the presence of starch, what is the chemical we have used? Iodine solution. The spelling I have written on the board. No, I didn't write, but I am writing here. See, okay? Iodine is the chemical used to confirm the presence of starch, nothing but it's a type of carbohydrate in the food. So what is the test? I am repeating. Simple rice flour you have to take. Rice flour, or normally a cooked rice also we can take. Okay, that cooked rice also contains starch in it now. So we have to take it in a glass plate and pour a few drops of iodine over it. Then the rice turns into bluish black color, indicating the presence of carbohydrates in it. Okay, I hope you understood today's topics, right? So nothing, we have a small discussion about it. Two small activities we had, and we have one small test called confirmation of presence of starch. Now confirmation of other food components are also there, like proteins, etc. Now to confirm the presence of proteins, fats also we have tests, laboratory tests are there. In our next video, I'll present it to you. Okay, up to here is it clear? Now, and in the next video I am going to give you instruction regarding your classwork maintenance also. Okay, now what you are going to do today, homework I already gave you. Fill this table 1. Okay, collect this food items I am writing on the board anyway. Complete this table 1 from page number 2. Okay. Complete table 1 from page 2 of textbook. Okay, and please note down these new words. I hope this visibility is clear to you. Leave this SMS and note down this new words. Okay, this is your homework and these are your new words. Okay, please note down this in your classwork. In any rough book, otherwise you note down. In our next video, I will be telling you the instructions regarding writing notes, etc. No? At that time you can write. For time being, for today's class, please note down this in your rough book. Okay, later on you can make it fair, right?